So hey there, welcome back to week 3 of Affordable Dirt Bike Series. And this week we're going to talk about the one that you probably never thought I was going to mention. And that will be the GPX. In this particular video will be about the GPX FSE250E, which is the air-cooled model, but it's the only one that fits the under $5,000 caveat that I had placed on this series. So to remind everybody, the three, for this particular video, 3 rules is going to be under $5,000, of better quality overall, and good parts and upgradability, and like cross-reference where you can buy parts and accessories on the aftermarket. So just a quick overview of this bike. I won't go down every little thing, but this particular bike is an air-cooled overhead cam 249cc counterbalanced 6-speed engine in a GPX frame, which is of the higher quality, again, with the chromoly steel frame. And it's of better weld quality than a lot of the other ones. It's right up there with the KO, and it's not proven to have any problems. I've never heard anybody say they broke a frame on a GPX. The engine is, you can look it up. It's an amazing engine. Zongshin engines are very reliable. It has some upgradability, but not as much as some 230s. Because it's the full 249, it's a little bit harder to get more upgrade stuff. It comes with great suspension for trails and off-road. You can make it better, but right off the bat, up front you got 48 millimeter open cartridge forks. SZC is the company that makes them for GPX. Out back is SZC also. Both front and back are compression and rebound adjustable. 11.5 inches of travel. Yeah, and great rims, billet everywhere, billet hubs, levers. I believe the triple clamps. I'm not sure about that anymore. But overall, this bike is super reliable. It's like if you want to go look it up, you younger people could look it up, the old Honda XR250. It's like that, but with better suspension and kind of a better frame too, because it's more modern. And I really haven't heard too much bad about this bike at all. You can look it up on their Facebook page and their groups. And of course, the big thing that everybody knows about Gary at GPX is he really supports his bikes. He's one of the only China bike importers that can get you parts. He gets parts in advance. He has them on stock a lot of times. And what he can't get, he orders quickly. He's very good about getting it to the people. And he fixes problems. He doesn't run away like some of the other ones. I won't name names, but I think it's kind of well known, some of these companies that when they have a problem, they kind of blame the individual who bought the bike. Well, I haven't heard anybody say anything negative about Gary as far as standing behind his product and getting replacement out to the individual. And when he knows something's bad, he tries really hard to fix it. The only reason I have this in my 3rd week, and that kind of coincides with how I feel about these bikes, I've said that because I have a KO, I believe that I bought it because it's the best, particularly for motocross. These bikes are really good for trails. the whole GPX line is that way. And with the support, it just takes it to another level, really. They really should, I really should have them higher, but there's just a couple things here and there that make me, just own personal opinion, someone has to be first, second, third. So I had them down a little bit because of cost is one of the bigger things. They start to be a little bit higher. This is the least expensive of a full-size bike that they make, and I believe it's $4,400 MSRP. So that puts it. You start to get up there, and then where my other videos were talking about water-cooled being the fourth bullet point of cost, quality of parts, availability of aftermarket and support, and then I had on previous models water-cooled. This one's not water-cooled because his water-cooled version would put you over that $5,000 mark. So they have a 300 fuel injected, same size kind of bike and same suspension kind of bike. But anyways, let's go back to this, the FSE250E. For anything short of motocross, I would say this bike is really good. Like one of the best, because you don't have the complications of fuel injection. You don't have the complication of water cooling, that you could dent a radiator or bust a hose. Being air-cooled, I mean, geez, this bulletproof as can be, man. They are hard to kill. And even when they get like out of valve timing, out of valve adjustment for the free play in the valve, yeah, they still run, they still start. It's crazy. One of the only things I can maybe nit a little bit, and for me it's not a problem, is that it is carbureted, and it comes with a Nibby carburetor. I believe it's 30 millimeter. That requires jetting, and when you go through different elevation, you run into problems and situations where you have to tinker with it. But other than that, I mean, there's nothing with this. I think everything about this bike is amazing. Maybe the cost. That would be the only thing. But it's worth every bit of... I'm not saying that as if it's not worth it. It comes with such good components. Like the Enduro X wheels are better than other their competition in this price range. The chromoly steel frame right there is better than just about anything. The ones who use the mild steel frame end up having, if you really ride them hard, they have problems. So I'm going to close it out by saying, if you do buy this bike, Joe Henner at Henner Motorsports is the guy to talk to about doing any kind of upgrades for parts. Like if you want to do suspension work, if you want to do engine upgrades, he's the guy to see. I know he's got a timing advance key that really brings this little thing to life. It's only like 18 or 20 horsepower when you first buy it, but it's how that power is made. It's really torquey and it's really good for trails. But if you bump it up a little bit, you can run a thinner head gasket to bring up the compression a little bit. I believe he can still get you a big bore. I know there was a time when he could. I'm not sure if it's still available to him to get to you guys, but he can do that. He can do your suspension, totally redo it for your weight, change out your fluids. Yeah, so he's the guy to see. I'm going to leave links in the description for the bike itself to get it from GPX Moto. They may be out of stock. It's something that comes in and out, and now with shipping problems, it could be a little bit longer before they get them back in stock. But so I'll have that. I'll have Joe Henner in there, and I'll have some links to a video of a good review from a guy, LCARS Adventure Channel, did a real good review, kind of comparing this bike to an older Honda XR and talking about his ownership of it. I'll link that video also because I find it really helpful. It was a really good video. Also, could ask you to like and subscribe because this can't go on if you guys are not supporting me. So if you like the video, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And look forward to more videos coming out in the near future in affordable video series. Thank you, and I'll catch you next time.